Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of John Can, You Can. Mac and I are back from our adventure of the 13 parks, and I wanted to get a hitch and winch for my 2020 Jeep Gladiator, and a light bar. So I installed a light bar on top of the front tow hooks that come with the tow hook package that you get when you order it from Jeep when you're getting your vehicle, or it can be installed later. I have a molded bumper, and it's plastic, right? So all of what's behind it are the standard metal parts anyway, the stamped metal parts that you can add a metal bumper, but they're kind of heavy. So instead of doing that and having to take off my bumper, take off all of the shrouding underneath the wheels and the brush guard that's already there, which is plastic on this model, I kept it, and I could still put a winch on. So how did I get the winch on? This is how I did it. I installed it by taking off the brush guard, and once the brush guard was off, I cut a slot opening and I added a draw tight front trailer hitch that fits perfectly. It's bolt on. There's no changes at all. Mods on a 2020, no changes on a 2021, and it's probably the same for 22, 23, 24. But you can check with etrailer.com. That's where I bought it. Or you can buy draw tight online somewhere else or for direct. And this is what's called a bulldog winch. And this bulldog winch fits right on inside the sleeve of the receiver. So kind of cool looking, and it fits on front, so you don't have to do any super mods. And I'll show you how tight it is in a second. I'm going to put my foot on it. Here we go. Got my foot on it, and I'm pressing, right? The car's moving a little bit, but the hitch isn't, and it doesn't wiggle, jiggle, doesn't make any noise, doesn't vibrate. It's nice and tight. Why I like it because it has like almost Texas bullhorns, right? But those are actual handles, so when you take it off, you can just slide the winch out with the handles, and then you don't carry that extra 100 pounds of weight that you don't really want if you don't have a need for your winch at a particular moment. But the light bar stays on. It looks really cool, and it still operates as the tow hooks. You just leave right behind it, no problem. And it's an easy hook on for this, because it only has 3 bolts on each side for the draw tight receiver, front receiver, and there's only 6 little grommets that sit behind the actual Jeep front bumper here. I don't know if I can get to them, or you can see them. Actually, doesn't look like it. Not too easy anyway. You can see that where I attached that, but you can't really see it, so I guess that's not going to work. So there's only 6 snap out grommets that snap out, and you get those out, and then you have 2 screws, and you take off that pan, and then there's a front plate in front of the stamp plate behind the trailer receiver hitch that you'll be installing that comes off. And that stamp plate is not very big. This is what that looks like. I think I just laid it down over here by my Rover King camper cart. So that's what that thing looks like there, and it just has a couple bolts and comes right off. Really simple. So, and then I could keep all my shrouding. I kept all the shrouding, which is nice, all that mud guard stuff. And if you look on this side, you can see I still have my brush guard, right? My brush guard is still here. Here's my brush guard underneath. Still there. See, the entire brush guard is still there. But I remounted it after. So you just have to cut a slot. And it locks from behind, so it's not, it's not going to disappear on you. So I've got a locking slide through post that you can buy online, and it fits right in there, and then you don't have to worry about it going places. But it's nice that this whole piece here, if you just grab it here and on the other side with the other hand, and you can just pull it out after you unlock it, and just undo the 2 wires that you'll have here from your hitch, from your winch, excuse me, when you're taking it off. But pretty cool thing, and it wires on real easy. I just ran the wire from this light bar, and that's where the hitch wire is going to go to. This is the light bar here, 30 inches long, and it fits. You just drill 2 holes in the top lip of your tow hooks, and then you can put it together. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. And then down here, you just slide it. You have an opening, so you slide through, and then it comes up through the bottom where you see this line right here that I put in there, so you can see where that line goes. Line goes down to the floor from here, and then I ran the cable. You can see the cable there, the little shiny black cable, to the battery, and then I connected positive line first, right? Always positive first, and then connected the negative, and then I took the relay and I bolted onto an existing hole on the inside of the motor compartment, right under the hood. So there you have it. Very simple install, and it only takes it only took an hour to do the entire hitch, even taking off the shrouding and stuff, and to do the light bar yesterday. I already pre-drilled the holes, but if I did it all together, it would take about 2 hours, because you have to drill the holes and then, you know, acquire all your pieces and have them ready. But pretty neat stuff, pretty easy. And I just ran a cable line again to the bottom. It's a straight drop. It just falls straight down at the bottom. It's actually down on the floor there. You can see it. I just dropped it through, and then I'll just pull the line back up when I'm ready to bring it into the battery. So very simple connection. Look at that, very simple. And then under the positive, it's just connected to the bolt right there. There you go. Wow, talking about simple, right? Okay, so there you have it. Your Bulldog winch and your receiver, removable. You can actually put it on the front or the back by moving it to one to the other, which makes it kind of neat also. Sorry for the long video, but I thought it was important that you knew that there's other options out there. Instead of buying a $1,400 bumper or $600, unless you want something really snazzy, fancy to put in front. But honestly, I didn't have to do a lot of work, and I have my cool light installed, and I have my winch, which is I'm putting in a 10,000 pound one. I didn't want to go with the 12,000 pounds, so, but in a synthetic line that's 80 feet long, and that's coming today. So there you have it. Have a great day, everybody, and remember, adventure on.